Hi, dolls. Today we're taking a look at telling a story through our photos. That was dramatic old Hollywood for you. So you want to cram as much information into a photo and have it well composed, well lit. The mise en scene, you want to look good as well as tell a story, basically, is what we're saying. The mise en scène, whatever it is. So, in this shot, you can tell that you've got two women walking out of a store and two guys walking down the street. They don't see each other yet. And you can tell from their body language that they're casual. And you want to really... You can't just put your dolls down and shoot a picture, right? We've tried that. Doesn't work. And what you really want to do is tell as much information as possible with your body language, because the dolls don't give you much to go with, right? You can paint their faces, you can add costumes, you could edit their facial expressions later, which takes a while to do, to be honest, and it takes a little bit of know-how to get it just right. So you want to tell their mood, their everything from their body language, because their faces aren't going to give you much to work with. And they also, that's a pattern. They also don't have movement because it's just a still photo. So you've got to tell a lot. So this obviously isn't edited yet. I will go back and add brick here and get rid of their stands. But I wanted to include this to look at this hug. What does this tell you? Right? Have you been in a hug like this before? Body language. Let's check. Oh, yep. It's an awkward hug. No one wants to be there. Or he might, right? He looks like he's wanting to be in this hug, but she's like, get me out of here. I mean, I'm not making that up. You can tell, right? From the fact that she's looking away and from her feet. And then, still awkward. Body language, awkward. I want to get out of here. And then if you have little accessories to help tell your story, you also have to be sure they're not sliding off the face and stuff like that. And you also have to go back in, if you are editing out, make sure that you edit everything. See this? Gotta go. Okay, so in this shot, you might be able to tell I want them to kind of mirror each other. That is something that you can do to help tell a story, is have characters copying the people that they like and stuff like that. Stuff we do in real life that maybe no one pays attention to, but we as storytellers, photographers, videographers, these are the things that we pay attention to. So here she's like, wait, what? But this doesn't perfectly encapsulate the wait, what? What did you just say, mister? Because we have to add, if we add in the expression from her friends behind her, helping her with the what did he just say look, so much the better. Now you can watch body language experts on YouTube, which is what I do, but sometimes you just kind of think of yourself as, how would I look if I was in this situation? And you can place your dolls accordingly with the chin chiseled up, which is kind of a defensive posture, and these kind of shocked, what did he just say, expressions. Well, they don't have expressions, but their body language expresses their expressions for us, as well as the text, which I will add in later. And then this shot and this shot, there's one thing that changes besides where I cropped it, and that is which way my redhead is looking. She's looking at her or she's looking at him. At first I was thinking, no, I want her looking at him, but it's not in great focus. And when she's looking at her, it drives our attention to look at her and what is going on. Whereas if she's looking, wrong one. If she's looking at him, honestly, I don't know where to look. It also doesn't help that no one's really in focus. Like this one, she's in focus and he's in focus. I made her in focus so that he'd be in focus. And then sometimes when we tell a story, on Instagram, you have 10 frames to tell your story, and that's not a lot. And oftentimes, I'll go over my 10 frames and start telling the same story continued in a different post. But I hate doing that, and I hate it because my story has a flow, the punchline in my second post might be building from things that happened in my previous post, and so I that's why I cut and paste and collage my photos together sometimes. I even hate doing that, but sometimes it's fun to figure out fun ways to do that and interesting ways to do that. But what really helps is to fit as much information into a photo as you can. And then if you know your story and you have the whole thing planned out, you're not planning it as you go, you can add in little details that foreshadow or come in to play later. For instance, our scene right now is focusing on Jolene and Matt, right? They're in focus, they're in the foreground. But if you look at the background, what's going on out of focus back here, there's something going on. It's not just stuff in the background, right? I usually try and have something going on in the background. Not always, but if you follow me and you're reading my story, you might want to check that background every now and then, because sometimes what's happening, the most important thing that's happening is in the background. And usually the characters will realize that, and then you can realize that and scroll back and see. Usually it's in the same post. But like this, I can reference later the fact that these two are possibly into each other. So I had some shots where you can't see Britt because Ashley's blocking her. But I'm going to record the shot. See, like this? You can't see her. So I'm not going to use this shot because I want you to be able to see that there's something going on back here. And that is it. Let me know if you want more of these videos about how to tell a story on Instagram. And I will see you next time. Subscribe, like, all that stuff on YouTube. Check out my YouTube. Check out my Insta. Okay, bye.